Hello, this is Amelia from AmeliaAJohnson.com. We're passionate pet people, partner with purpose for pleasure and profit. How do you evaluate a kennel for your dog? Stay tuned and I will tell you exactly what Gusto and I found out today when we evaluated a kennel. In the meantime, be sure you click the subscribe button and ring the little bell so that you get notified when I do post a new video for you. So here is what Gusto and I found out. First of all, we had to discover a kennel within a reasonable distance from the place where I am staying now. And I found one that had just opened last September. Hey. And it was run by someone that was experienced with show dogs. Now, why is that important to me? Because I knew they understood how I felt about Gusto, the extra care I took of Gusto, and the different experiences Gusto would have had in life as opposed to someone's dog that never left the confines of their own home. So he would know that I would want Gusto to be very well taken care of and yet be social, and that they would follow the protocol that I set for them also on Gusto's diet and his exercise program. So those were the important points that I could evaluate on the website. And what I saw on the website pleased me in many ways. In other ways, I had to give them, shall we say, a pass, because they had just opened the kennel and they are reinvesting all the money they are earning now to update the kennel. So it's not, a $2 or $3 million kennel like you might find in the big cities. So going on from there, I requested a form from them. And I wanted to evaluate the questions they asked me on the form to see how much they were concerned about the care of my dog, and also to know how much they knew. And you have the run-of-the-mill questions like, your dog's name and age, weight, what they eat, the vet's name, the experience that your dog has had. Are they good with other pets in case they want to let them exercise with other pets? How afraid are they of anything else? Are they comfortable on a leash? Let me see, is your dog crate trained? That's important. If they're going to stay in a kennel, they need to be used to that. And have you ever boarded your dog before? And then they ask you whether you have anything else that you want to reveal to them, and any special instructions. And anything else you want. This is what they kept asking you. Is there anything else you want to tell me about your pet? So they were prompting you. What is it about your pet that they should know so that they can care for them better? And one thing that I did like on this form is they actually had their price written down, their daily rate. Not all kennels do that, or some kennels will charge you extra, for this, that, extra for playtime outside, extra for medications, extra for this or that or the other thing. Swimming, hikes, you name it, they charge you extra. So this is a flat rate. I like that. Now they are missing a couple points, and from my decades of experience as a pet sitter, I can certainly have them add that to the contract for their own protection in the future. And if you go to my blog, you will see my 5-point checklist, which everyone should be filling out for the care of their pet for their lifetime. So today, we actually went out to the kennel to meet the gentleman that would be taking care of Gusto. And I arrived early because I wanted to have Gusto get a feel for the place before he had to meet any people or any dogs. And he just moseyed around, and I listened to the sounds around the kennel, and I could hear the gentleman still working inside the kennel and calling dogs to come in, and he called them by name. There wasn't any yelling, he was actually calling them in by name. I like that. And the dogs that were outside playing were all having a good time. They all got along. I like that. And Gusto was not concerned about those other dogs. He knew that they had, shall we say, a good energy. So he wasn't frightened to be there. I like that. So while we were waiting around outside for him to get done with his chores, our appointment was for 10 o'clock this morning, and he was prompt. He came out. He knew that Gusto was the dog that he was going to meet. Gusto was very friendly with him, and this gentleman was very laid back. I like that. And he would sit down and talk to Gusto, and Gusto would not be on top of him, but he was constantly observing him, or he was still surveying the area. And one of the staff employees came out, and Gusto greeted her. She was very calm. I like that. And as time went on and we were talking, this gentleman asked whether he could pick Gusto up. That's a good cue. Yes, he picked Gusto up, and Gusto gave him kisses because Gusto knows how to suck up. So I liked everything that I was seeing with the body language, with everyone. And as that staff member was going through the kennels, none of the dogs really sounded frustrated or upset. They might bark hello at her, and then everything was quiet again. I like that. So, the other thing that I like to do whenever I'm interviewing a kennel owner, basically, because they're interviewing me, I am interviewing them too. I wanted to know more about his background. Why did he open up the kennel? How much experience does he have? Yeah, he might have experience with showing dogs and breeding dogs, but how much experience does he have with multiple dogs, different breeds of dogs? And everything I was getting back, the feedback, was very good. I will have no qualms about leaving Gusto in the care of this gentleman. So, let me see. We covered the first meeting, the staff experience, how this gentleman managed the dogs. The location was excellent. It's not far out of the city, in the country, but not too far out. So it's an excellent location. Neighbors are great. Not too many neighbors close by, so there wouldn't be any excitement that would go on that would upset the dogs. The safety looked fine. The fences were either locked, they were high enough, they were good quality, they were new. And what impressed me was this gentleman has big plans for the future. When anyone has big plans for the future, you know their heart is in it. And his heart isn't in showing dogs per se. His heart is in really the therapy of the dogs. If a dog comes in, they haven't had a great life, and he can turn that dog around in some way, that's great. He was paying attention to the senior dogs, to the younger dogs. They have a swimming pool and about 7 play yards. How much better does it get? So how do you evaluate a kennel? Are you looking for cost only? Because there are kennels that are $65 a day, and they're staffed by inexperienced staff. Because they have so many dogs coming in, they have to hire whomever they can get. And that can put your dog at risk. Are the kennels private? Or can dogs see one another? And how that affects your dog depends upon your dog's experience. How clean are the kennels? What do you see around the outside of the kennels? Are you looking at this whenever you book a stay while you go away on vacation? Your dog should actually feel like he's on vacation too. And I'm sure When I have to use this kennel, Gusto will be quite happy, hopefully. He'll miss me just a little bit, but I want him to have so much interaction and so much love that he is happy where he's at. So I hope you subscribe to this channel, and again, go to my blog, ameliaajohnson.com, where you will learn more, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.